For experiencers and believers of the paranormal, the greatest frustration often lies in the lack of abundant physical evidence. A few landing marks here, a bit of fur there, and even the occasional photograph don't seem to be enough to convince the skeptics. After decades of researching such cases, Keel developed an elegant hypothesis which explains the troublesome disparity between excessive testimony and scarce physical evidence. His book, The Eighth Tower, written at the same time as the Mothman prophecies, proposes a sort of unified theory to explain all paranormal events. These entities are able to shift up and down the electromagnetic spectrum, appearing and disappearing as they please. Keel called this the super spectrum, and he referred to the beings inhabiting it as ultra-terrestrials. This could explain the variety of electromagnetic effects often associated with paranormal events. Cars stall, widespread power outages occur, radios and telephones go crazy, and battery-operated devices refuse to work. Clocks and watches have also been known to stop in the presence of UFOs, monsters, and ghosts. Keel believes these beings are native to the Earth, which explains their manifestation in different forms throughout the ages, but that they inhabit physical dimensions beyond normal human perception. This theory fits with scientific understandings of how our brains perceive the world around us. It is well known that our senses are only equipped to pick up a very small slice of physical activity. Dogs, cats, and other animals are able to hear audio frequencies we cannot. Is it simply coincidence that they seem to have a sixth sense for the paranormal? Pet psychologist Marty Miller has said, "Sensing the supernatural is natural for dogs because they don't judge it. People could see auras or spirits, but they either don't believe they exist or think that if they do exist, we could not see them." Furthermore, our sensory organs are constantly capturing far more information than our brains can process. One of the most critical functions of the brain's sensory response is filtering out information that it deems unnecessary. Pattern recognition plays a large role in this process. When you see something that looks like a tree, your brain acknowledges the general shape of a tree and quickly creates the idea of a tree. But what happens when you observe something that fits no recognized pattern? What we pay attention to is largely determined by our expectations of what should be present, said Christopher Chabris, a cognitive psychologist, in an interview with the New York Times. Without expecting something, we're unlikely to pay attention to it, he says. And when we are not paying attention to something, we are surprisingly likely to not see it. This could also explain the common motif described by Keel and many other researchers, that when you start studying these phenomena, they begin to reflect back, occurring with more regularity and even responding to your thoughts. It seems that once your brain recognizes these beings and begins paying attention to them, your odds of glimpsing them improve. In the 1960s, writer Gustav Davidson was compiling a massive book of historical accounts called Dictionary of Angels. Davidson had never had a paranormal experience before, but during his writing, he was literally bedeviled by angels. Participants in the growing CE5 movement go one step further, intentionally working to summon this sort of contact. A close encounter of the fifth kind refers to an experience in which someone interacts in a purposeful way with an unidentified flying object or its inhabitants. Some ufologists, most notably Dr. Stephen Greer, have developed protocols for intentionally initiating contact, believing that a focused meditation can promote interaction with nearby beings. Practitioners claim a surprising level of success with these protocols, producing all manner of documentation showing strange lights and other manifestations during CE5 meditations. Could it be that we are constantly surrounded by these ultra-terrestrials, and our focused attention is all that is necessary to perceive them? Of course, there is the possibility that the existence of paranormal entities throughout history could be chalked up to Jung's theory of the collective unconscious, revealing itself through vividly overactive imaginations. Or could we be living on a densely populated, multi-dimensional planet, alongside beings who have interacted with us for centuries, leaving little trace within our own narrow perception of reality?
Thanks for watching this video. Click here to watch our playlist of short, credible videos covering all aspects of the UFO phenomena. and make sure you subscribe to catch the new content posted every week.